Hey beautifuls of the feed, it's me Benji. Welcome back to another video. I'm going to be doing a general reading for you today. So if you do resonate, definitely let me know and leave a like and also subscribe if you're new. We'll just get straight into it today. So hope you're having a beautiful day today. And also if you woke up just like me, I hope you have a beautiful day. Okay, so we have the seven of wands, which is really giving perseverance, kind of like taking a defense and maintaining control through kind of like the chaos, whatever's going on around you. I really feel like you're maintaining control through all of that. So that's definitely come out. We have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is giving inner voice, like a divine truth, wisdom, unconsciousness coming to light. So I really feel like things are kind of like coming to light at the moment. We have the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is very interesting. I feel like there is something being kind of like offered to you, but I feel like you feel kind of like very contemplating of these things and also feeling a little bit of disconnectedness right now. So I feel like there are some thoughts about like this offer or this extension that's been extended to you, and I feel like you're just like, I don't know. So we have the King of Pentacles that has come out as well. Like showing that one because it's one of my favorite ones, and that gives abundance, prosperity, generosity, giving, just like some really beautiful stuff. Okay, my friend's coming over. I got to do some passport photos today. Anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting my watch. Let me just, do not disturb. There we go, and that shouldn't go off. All right, so the King of Pentacles is giving like abundance, right? So there is this abundance here. We have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is giving creation, inspiration, like a desire for something. I really feel like there is this desire. I feel like, like the divine truth, something's coming to light. So I feel like it brings on this desire for abundance. It's kind of what is here. And let's go to 5, 6, 7, 8. The Eight of Cups. Apparently I can't count like ever, but that's okay. The Eight of Cups is very much like kind of like getting through it, like moving. It's kind of what I'm getting, like moving. Yeah, like leaving behind, moving away, kind of just like maybe there's some sort of disillusionment, right? Like whatever the situation is, disillusionment. So you're walking away from that. So you're going into reality, like, the divine truth. You go more into reality. So what I'm getting from that, we have the King of Wands and we have Temperance. So King of Wands is really just giving being a leader. Like I really see that you want to be like a leader. You have a big picture in your mind. You're a big picture thinker. Like you're overcoming challenges. That's really beautiful. High five. Is that cringe? I'm sorry, but it's just me. We have the Nine of Coins and the Nine of Pentacles is really just giving me like reckless spending. So like I feel like reckless spending is in the cards, maybe just like fruits of the labor. So maybe you've been like, hard at work and you're just gonna like get something nice. It kind of gives me that vibe of essentially, yeah, like rewards, like a rewards. And the card before it was Temperance. So I feel like the thing's been woven. Um, Temperance is really kind of interesting to me because I really get that there's a balance thing here. And I find that there's patience. And I feel like within that patience, you find meaning. And you're like on the middle path or something like that. You're kind of just like, not being bad and not being good. You're in the middle. And I don't know if that's the case, but like I feel like that's what it is. It's very balanced in the middle of like yin and yang, good and bad, that kind of idea. And we have the Five of Wands that came out after all of that. And the Five of Wands is really giving some sort of rivalry, some sort of conflict. So I really feel like there is the divine truth's really happened and something's coming to light. And I really think that you noticed this conflict or rivalry that's like there. Um, I do really feel like that's kind of what's happening. You start realizing that there is these things like after all, the world's a harsh place sometimes. So I really feel like you kind of start realizing that there is some conflict, maybe a little bit of rivalry with whatever you're kind of doing. And maybe these offers, like this offer that's coming in, may even just be something that is not necessarily along your path. Let's grab a few more cards, and we got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a beautiful card to me. I like the King of Cups. It really just gives me control, balance, and compassion, being very in the vibe of just being emotionally stable, very caring energy. So I feel like with all of this, I feel like you're going to find compassion in the situation. So as much as there's rivalry and I don't feel like that's so random. As much as there's like compassion and rivalry or some sort of heads butting in this situation, I feel like you're gonna meet it with compassion and openness. We have the Wheel of Fortune that's come out, and the Wheel of Fortune is a cool card indeed. Wheel of Fortune's really just giving, like, the universe is spinning the wheel for you. That's kind of what I go for. It really gives me that. Decisions have been made and change is happening. The wheel's spinning, cycles are restarting, and it's like inevitable at this point. I think the universe spins it whenever it feels like it for you. It's just like, you know what, here we go. And then whole everything, it's just like lots of change and stuff. So we have the Five of Pentacles that has come out after that. The Five of Pentacles is really just giving, like, maybe just insecurity and need. Sometimes it gives poverty. So I really feel like this is like insecurity. I feel like there's some sort of insecurity in this feeling. Let's just get one more card from here, and then we'll move on to some other tarot cards and do some clarification. The World. Okay. There's a need. So I'm just like insecure. I'm just trying to figure it out. It's like a need for like the world. I really feel like it's a need for something. Get that needy feeling. But it's not needy. It's like, there's just a need for it. The world is really just giving fulfillment, harmony, and completion. So that's ultimately just giving that. I'm not trying to get any more cards from here, and I know that like I probably should, but like I want to move on and clarify. There was a couple of cards that I saw that were there, and the Knight of Swords was very prominent when I picked them up at the Micken. That was pretty much the one that stood out to me. So if that means anything, the Knight of Swords is like moving very fast, something moving very fast, and energy moving very fast forward, whether it's into your situation or it's you moving fast forward. I do want to just go into these Terra Volatile cards and let's just clarify the truth. Like, what kind of truth is coming to light? Like, what is the rivalry or conflict? Like, is there really something here that can give us a sense of what that is? The Wheel of Fortune. So it seems like fate, like fate has something to do with it. Change, the change that's been going on for you at the moment. Interesting. I really feel like it's, cycles. It's like the things. That's why, because things are changing. I think you're changing, and it's making other energies feel different towards you because you've changed your energy so much. And it seems like that's where the rivalry and conflict comes in because you must drive like this motivation in people. They see something in you, and that's really what I'm getting from that card. They see something from you, and it may not even be a healthy drive. We have the Six of Pentacles. So that one's really giving me generosity, sharing, and like charitable. So I almost feel like these people, I don't know if it's people, but these energies, that's what I should say, these energies, because that's what I'm getting. It's like there are offers, right? And I feel like these offers that are coming in from the Four of Cups, this divine truth and stuff, is I think you're going to realize that these people are like deprived of something. This lick down here really is showing out to me now. It's like you're going to have compassion for these people. What I'm really getting is that there is a need. You know, these people probably are not in a good place, and I think they're going to come out of the woodwork and they're going to like try to be on you because I think they see that you are going to be successful, or you know, like there is something here. It's so interesting. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is like, by kind of like looking at it, it's really kind of like strong. It's like strong-willed and almost like go riding into battle. It's kind of like the Knight of Swords, but not as fast. Interestingly enough, but it's really giving me like, yeah, like adventure, fearlessness, taking action. So it's kind of like the other one, but it's just not as fast, you know. So with this, I feel like it's going to be kind of like a situation where you're going to feel sorry for these people. So ultimately, with the Six of Pentacles, it's like charity, generosity, you know, like sharing. So like I feel like you're going to share compassion with these people, but I don't think you're going to really move forward with any of these people slash energies that are coming in, or this energy. It's just like kind of interesting here. I feel like you're drawing in a lot of people because of what you're doing, or like, you know, what yeah, it's like the law of attraction, but it's really drawing in a lot of people that are trying to take advantage. But like this says, you have so much compassion for these people because you get it, or you understand the lack or something. It's really what's coming through and what I'm getting from this reading today. If you are resonating, please let me know. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. That'd be amazing. I'm just going to carry on with the reading, see where else it goes. I think that's all I need. Like the cards really don't want to come out. So I feel like that's pretty clear. Let's move on to Hidden Heart Secrets. I want to find out what these energies coming in that are offering you something, or if it's a single one. I get that it's like multiple though. It's like you're gonna see the light, you know, you're gonna see the truth. You're gonna realize that these people aren't healthy for you, or like, you know, maybe just out of the blue on an app or something, or just on Facebook or just Messenger, or out of the blue someone's going to be like, hey, future person that I'm going to marry, or something like that. I don't know why, but that's like popping into my head, and honestly I've never thought about that, anything like that, in my whole entire life. So it's kind of like that. Like that's an example. I think it's going to be so random. You're going to be like, what? We have thinking. So they're thinking. They crave you. They desire you. I think they miss you for some reason. You probably never met this person or never met these people, but they feel like they miss you. And I think you must have some sort of public job, you know, like in the public where people look at you or can see you. They think you're beautiful. They think you're beautiful, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. That's what they see in you. They see. I feel like this has to be like, I don't know. What I'm getting from all of this is like connections that you have never met, like soul connections, and they could be karmic connections. But they have this draw to you, and I feel like they're so drawn to you that they want to try again. You know, they have these feelings of like, I know you, you know, like, and I feel like some of them are like, let's start over. It's really interesting. Like, I never felt this way. I've never got these feelings with this kind of vibe from a reading ever before, ever. And this is so interesting. We'll just carry on. These cards want to flick onto the floor, make me bend down. Cloudy Judgment. Okay, so illusion, so unbalanced and distorted. So what I'm getting from this is that they really feel these things. They feel unbalanced. They feel distorted. I don't know if they're very conscious of it, but it creates like illusion. So I feel like what they look at is a little bit of an illusion, and this illusion creates them to like feel these things. But it's just interesting that like what I'm getting is that these people believe most possibly that they are your like soulmate or twin flame or something like that, and so they feel trapped, they feel captive, tied down and stuck. I don't really know where that's coming from, but I definitely understand that, you know, someone that is a little bit unbalanced and distorted could definitely feel tied down and captive and stuck and stuff. So they want intimacy. Like, they would like to bond with you, be sensual and confiding with you. And they have the awareness, importance, and value. But it's just very interesting here. I feel like this is someone under like a love spell, or, you know, some kind of some kind of love magic. It's just so interesting, just with the pictures that I'm getting from these hidden heart secrets. A lot of them are giving me that vibe. Also, the trapped one. So I'm like, I don't know where that fits in. And the illusions, I feel like they're being eluded. You know, they're being tricked almost into feeling these things and seeing these things, which I don't think are bad. But like, for them to desire you and miss you and think, I don't know. It's a little bit illusionary, right? Like, you got to do some work before you do those things. We have memories, so maybe I really was feeling that. Maybe they do have feelings. Maybe they do remember you from a past life or something. Maybe this is someone that you knew from when you were like a child or something. I get that someone's looking at you. They've been looking at you for a while. They find you forbidden. Sexual energy came out. So it's really giving me that, like, forbidden. You're forbidden to them. I really get that there is like some sort of love magic or some sort of something going on here. So it's just really interesting. I don't know necessarily if you've been performing love magic. I don't think that. I just think that there's been some sort of love magic performed at some point, and I would get that probably from this other person. And I think that's why they're trapped. And I think that's why they have the memories, and that's why they feel like you're forbidden, like they can't come forward. But they are going to come forward and they're going to show themselves, or at least they are going to offer this cup, and you're going to be like, huh? You're just going to be so confused, taken back. It's just going to be so random out of the blue. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. We got one more. They have hope and they're conflicted. So they have hope because they expect it and they're trying to manifest it. So I feel like they're very much obsessive over you. And they also feel conflicted. And interestingly enough, I think most people probably in this world have multiple choices when it comes to like what path they can take. They're feeling very hot and cold. And I feel like this one here, the conflicted one, is really just giving me, you know, a sense of like there is some sort of influence going on that is making it so that they are having those like divine intuitive thoughts of like, hey, like maybe this isn't what am I doing? It's just really interesting. I feel like this person like flips between both sides, and I think they have like a very conflicted feeling about you. Like it just seems so interesting, right? Like they're trapped within themselves about you. and they really like it's like they don't know what to do. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's just giving me like interesting vibes. I'm gonna move on to small cards anyway. If you're resonating with this, let me know. I just go with the flow with these hidden heart cards. They really kind of expose a lot, but like this person's feeling like interesting, right? Like they have all these feelings that like I don't know if someone that you've ever not met before should have. But at the same time, what if they really truly feel like they are your soulmate? I'm not getting any soulmate vibes. I'm not getting any of those kind of things. I'm definitely getting more like karmic energy. So I feel like this person is really truly like probably feeling like the soul connection, but it's a karmic connection, and they really will come in and I'm only guessing at this point, but they'll probably come in and those things will happen, like the karmic lessons will happen. So I really feel like this multiple decisions one out being hot and cold, like kind of multiple choices. I really feel like this is kind of giving me a sense of like, the karmic thing. Because they're like, and I feel like that's not what you're looking for in something. So the intuition back here, the truth thing, that's definitely you figuring out that this person's not for you. And it's a karmic, and it's not a real like soul mate or twin flame or whatever you're looking for that is a higher connection than like karmics are like good. Like I've had a lot of karmic connections in my life, and that's how I've learned a lot of my lessons. It hasn't been fun, but it's been worth it. Everything I've ever been through, I've always said to everyone that I've ever been through stuff with, I've been like, well, at least I'm like still doing it. I don't know if that's bad, but like at least I'm still here, still doing it, still working on it, still trying to make things better. But I don't try to like rub it in or anything, but it's just those karmic connections can be very much like that. And I think they taught me to be like balanced and in control of things, of myself and my emotions and those things, the things you can be in control of, because there are some things you can't control outside of your body, like outside of your little temple. Let's move on to a daily affirmation and get that going. If you want to claim it, leave it in the comments. Definitely. I already claim it before I even see it, okay? Because that's how much I claim it. I gotta go soon and get my ID renewed, so I'm gonna do that. Ooh, I'm gonna wear this yellow jacket. I don't know if they'll let me, but I will. I choose to see the opportunities that present themselves to me, the Four of Cups. So it seems interesting. It says, I am flexible and open to life's possibilities, the Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Wands, I trust in my path and I haven't what I need to reach my destination, which is like divine intuition, the truth, like all the things you've been working on that like makes you like an amazing person. The Seven of Swords, I resolve to do the right thing, even if the other way looks easier. There we go. So the Seven of Swords is really going to show that like this might be an easy option. This person coming in, whatever the energy is, whatever they're going to offer you, it seems like it's such an easy option because it's like what you might have been looking for, but it's definitely not going to be that. I think it's going to appear to be that, but it's not. So I don't know what this is, but I'm just going to say it's a karmic. I really just can't put my finger on twin flame here. I can't put my finger on soulmate, but I feel like this is a person that thinks that they're your soulmate, but they're really not. They're actually your karmic. It's weird. It's like you're not twin flames. It's like you're just there for a purpose. Like you signed a contract with each other at the beginning, and you were meant to be doing this, and it's not like a twin flame thing. I really don't get twin flame from this. I really want to emphasize that. I just get that this is like a deal so that you can learn lessons. And I think the lesson here is to not do it, because I think a lot of lessons before this were probably within a karmic relationship. And I feel like the karmic kind of thing here is really giving you like, are you going to go into this, or are you going to just move forward and make that choice to ignore the karmic? Because you essentially have got the lessons already from that situation. And I feel like this person is probably going to come in to test you on that. because I think, like life's all about a journey. And I feel like at this point, whoever's watching this, you are at a point where the universe is testing you and trying to figure out if you're ready for the next step. And I really believe that. Okay. I'm going to do some oracle cards. We will do good old Vikings today. Okay. Shouts out the Vikings. Yeah, those are like stuck out there. I'll take those. Okay, we have Kinaz, Ingus, Loki, and Daggers. So I'm going to grab the book today. The first one is number 6. Kinaz. The way forward is illuminated. Be the change you wish to see. Don't just talk, embody your message to the world. No one can know everything, so learn from trusted others or elders. By illuminating our shadows, we understand ourselves and behaviors more deeply. Okay, I get this. This is self-development tarot. I love this. I love self-development tarot. This is like what I love diving into, but I let it go for general, so we get like all different sorts on the channel. Definitely, if you're at this point, let me know what your favorite kind of reading is. This is just like a general question. What is your favorite type of tarot reading to watch, or like to, to follow, or just to get into? What are your favorite types? Because there's lots of different types. Okay, here's a poem for your soul. The way the craftsman runs his hands over the wood and knows what is already within it. As a creation floats to the surface, lit from within, the knowledge of both appears oblivious for those that would see. I am keen as. I just realized it's not keen, it's keen as, but it still sounds the same. Oh, I'm having a moment. And it's so funny. Okay, in the days of Vikings, there were no formal schools, and the ability to read and write were rare. Therefore, skills were passed from one person to another by example over an extended period of time, much like today's trade apprenticeships. If you were a boat builder, for instance, you taught others boat building step by step. If you were a blacksmith, those who wanted to learn from you would start by watching you, then move on to building and stoking the fire, then finding the metal, and finally by practicing transforming the metal into things of beauty and use. The teacher engaged not only to show the student the process of their craft, but also to reveal the strengths and weaknesses in the student's way, and this way in speech marks, and this it was believed increased the student's artistry and craft. This kind of magic, the alchemy among the teacher and the student, and that which was being crafted, is the illumination at the heart of Kenaz. Kenaz pronounced Kani Awaz. Okay, I'm totally not saying it right. It's pronounced Kane Awaz. Auzi. Kanan K Kani Azi. Auzi. Kani Auzi. Okay, Kani Auzi. That's how you say it. Wow. It is both the torch and the fire of kinship. It is the force that shows us the right way forward for us and reveals to us the knowledge we need to be our best. The Vikings would often turn to elders or others who had experiences in a process or subject to seek their cooperation. Then those with knowledge would share it in formal councils, convened to solve whatever issue was at hand. This is an air and fire element card. So that is our first card, which is very interesting. I didn't know all that stuff about the history of that. The reason why I got this one is so I can learn a bunch of the history behind the spiritual traditions and practices of the Vikings. I think it's the most beautiful book. I think they all are, actually. They're all equal. The next one's number 22, so good number. And it's this one. And it is Ingus. Let's go to that one and let's see what that says. Profound strength grows slowly. Do not take shortcuts. Make use of stored power. The positive power of the masculine is available for all. Take action and learn by doing. Divine masculine card right there. Very much. Just do it. Just do it. You know, that kind of thing. Anyway, slow and steady like a sapling growing to be, the great tree with roots that run deep, grounded, that no wind can reap, no storm can touch. Magic starts here. Ready. I am Ingus. It is masculine divine. Okay. I kind of felt that as soon as I read that top bit. It says Ingus is the rune of the masculine divine and represents the active doing power of the masculine. It advises that its fertile and explosive power is available to us, that if we store our strength and our energy over time, we can release it towards something we want. Ingus sounded pronounced Ingwaz. Okay, I said it wrong. Ingwaz is both a powerful rune of manifestation and an expression of the moment of powerful centering before the manifestation is invoked. It also reminds us that we build strength over time. For instance, when we first go to the gym, we don't attempt to lift a barbell that weighs more than we do, even if we can shift it. We are likely to hurt ourselves in the process. Eventually, of course, we work up to it, and maybe to lift that weight and more. But we have to ready our body by putting in time to increase its strength. This gradual increase of strength is applicable to our mind and mental powers as well as to our body and physical powers. Mentally, we develop the focus needed to complete a difficult process or task in the same way that we develop physical strength in the gym. Ingwaz can be used as a fertility talisman for both men and women as a symbol of the male mysteries in Viking society. Wow. I literally did a reading just yesterday and it was the divine feminine mystery of the Amazonian angel. Now today it's the divine masculine mystery of the Viking Ingals. So that's really interesting. Okay. I find that's really interesting. I think it's really beautiful. This is an earth and fire card. So yeah, embrace divine masculine. You can use the doing power to do things and, train yourself over time, like your body strength, but like your mind instead. I think that's really good information. Like I didn't even know that. I never thought about that before. I'm impressed. Okay, we have number 30, which is Loki. And some of these cards, I think actually these cards haven't come out on the stream before. So it's not a stream. Stop going back 3 years ago, Ben. I streamed for years and I just can't get it out of my head that I'm streaming, but I'm not streaming. I'm just like making a video. So, Loki, develop your gifts of oration and clear speech. Play more often. Laughter is a God's given gift. There may be someone in your life that isn't what they seem. Try a more lighthearted approach. Yeah, so it's very interesting. This energy I was getting before, it's like I don't know if I can guess. I can't guess really, but I was just feeling that like they think that you're the soulmate. I feel like they're a karmic. I don't know where that's coming from, but it just seems interesting that like this reading really did come out with compassion. Like you're going to have compassion towards this situation. I think you're going to understand, or like you're going to get it, and I don't know why I'm hiding my face, but I feel like you're probably going to want to help somehow. It's just really interesting, but I think this is really going to show that like someone's not what they seem. So it's really showing that, but you're also going to, like you're going to be more compassionate. That's what I really get. So we have fin, fur, scale, skin, fight, flight, fight, song, sin are all available to me. I shift my shape and your mind. I trick my way into your play. Yeah. So I was getting the right feeling before of someone that's not who they are. Like, thinking that they're actually like, you're more like a soul connection, but they're more like a karmic and they just want to have sex with you. This is really what I'm getting from this. Okay, Loki is the part of that class that God's known as the tricksters. Although tricksters taught life lessons by tricking, shapeshifting, and playing. Loki, eh? Cool. the fool, or simply playing they were not evil. By humbling the righteous and mighty and exposing the unjust, they simply rebalanced what they saw was out of balance. Huh, okay, I'm going to learn something here. I hope you do too. Loki was a well-equipped trickster, a shapeshifter. He had a few rivals. He was believed to have to be able to he was believed to have been able to change into a seal, a woman, a fish, a horse, and even a housefly. His children were as varied as Fenrir, the wolf, and Hel, the giantess. Loki played the trickster superbly and is featured in many stories and mythology of the Norse. One mythos that displays Loki's talents is the story of the thief of Thor's magical hammer. Magellan, I don't know how to say that properly, but I think that's how I say it. Thor awoke one fine morning and to find his hammer missing. Little did he know that King Primir of the Jolnar giants had stolen it to blackmail the gods into granting him the hand of the beautiful goddess Freya. Loki flew around until he came upon Primir, who has engaged him in conversation. Loki acted innocent and ascertained that the hammer was buried underground and relayed Primir's ultimatum to Thor. Thor and Loki then visited Freya and asked whether she would marry Primir. They got quite the mouthful from her in response. So the gods of Asgard gathered to discuss an alternative strategy. Finally, they decided to cover the burly Thor in a bridal veil and present him to Primir as Freya. Okay, I didn't know about this, did you? They hoped that during the wedding proceedings, Thor would get close enough to his hammer to grab it. And so Freya, the bride, was presented to Primir, who happily invited them all to the wedding feast. Thor, the big warrior, began to shovel food through his veil at a great rate, prompting Primir to question Freya's massive appetite. Trickster Loki answered, saying Freya had starved herself in her eagerness for the coming nuptials. Unable to control his lust, Primir peeked behind the veil, only to be met by a set of fiery eyes definitely not fit for a maiden. Primir questioned Loki about Freya's eyes, and Loki responded that her eyes were red because she hadn't slept for 8 nights due to her excitement in meeting him. Finally, when it was time for the ceremony, the Jolnar brought the Mjolnir and laid it on Freya's lap to sanctify her prior to the marriage bells. Thor then had his chance and grabbed the hammer and threw off his veil, revealing his true form. Primir was defeated, as were all of his people. It is wise at this time to take a leaf out of Loki's book and find a way to laugh at our troubles. There is almost always humor in any situation, and it is a great talent to find it. Should Loki call you, look to the lighter side of the situation. There is one, or at least there is a smarter, brighter alternative. Okay, Loki. Also, this is what Loki looks like on the card. See, when I hear Loki, I just think about like the Marvel version or DC or whatever it is, because I don't watch those, but I like, he's funny. Loki's funny. I think he's funny. Okay, 23. He was funny, and then I don't know. I don't watch movies, so it's okay. Dagaz, or yeah, something like that. Know that you are protected. Only positive energy flows your way. Expressing daily gratitude will create profound change. Have hope. Happiness is within your grasp. The time for sorrow is over. Grief is necessary, but soon will diminish. Seek balance in all things. Good grief, as my friend would say. Okay. The darkness is complete until it's not. The black is no longer black, but blue, then purple, then streaked with pink, orange, yellow, gold, warmth, hope, happiness. All is changed. I am Dagaz. All right. Well, Dagaz is this one. And I'm just going to read the short little bit for it, and then should be good for this reading today. This is element fire. The last one didn't have an element on it. I'm just letting you know. Dagaz. Yeah, Dagaz is a rune of the Elder Futhark that says good things have arrived and are coming soon. It is in the rune of the miracle of the dawn, the coming of the day, the first rays of sunlight after the frightening storm. It is the awakening of hope when it seemed hope was gone. It is the first gentle happiness after a period of grieving. The understanding that we can choose pleasure after a period of sacrifice. It is the relief after much hard work. Dagaz is the protective force too. It enhances happiness by warding off anything that may be challenging that happy state. It is useful in dispelling depression, inducing hope, and bringing forth a balanced mind in the mind and body. Dagaz was painted in yellow on the doorways of halls. More yellow again. Where happy events were held, ensuring not only that good times would be had, but the people within would be protected from harm while enjoying themselves. There we go. There's some divine messages from the Vikings today. I really think that it came through because sometimes it's just always the same thing. For a month, it was always the same thing. So I wasn't using them as much. But now I feel like something has changed and these cards are really coming through with like different messages. So that's beautiful. I love that. I am going to do one last card and it will be the fairies today. And fairies and Vikings, I feel like we're really throwing in some divine feminine here into this almost divine or masculine kind of reading. I still need to look into those kind of things, but like that's what I'm getting. Divine masculine came up in this reading, so I feel like there's a lot of that kind of energy coming through. So let's balance it out with a little bit of the fairies. We could have done Gaia as well, which is very divine feminine too. Oh, yeah. Me just want 3. Please, Spirit. They're all green. They're all green. I'm losing it. Okay. So this is really interesting because the color green is... I don't know the significance. It's on the wall. I have posters all over the place to remind me of things. But it's green, green, green. You know, I'll show you. It's very nature, very green. All the cards are the same color. So all the same kind of aspect I'm getting. So the first one is tree wisdom. So this one is really asking you to hug a tree. So definitely go and ask the tree nicely to hug the tree. There is an actual thing about it. I'm going to get the book. I think it's worth getting the book for these last 3 cards. Why not? Tree wisdom. It literally says in here, I'm sure it says hug a tree. It says tune into the ancient wisdom of the trees and allow it to imbue your aura. And it also says trees offer wisdom through their different gifts depending on the season. In the spring and summer months, tree blossoms can be very healing, uplifting. And in the cooler seasons of autumn and winter, the trees can shed their leaves, knowing that there will be new growth in the springtime. The same goes for you. The fairies say tree wisdom can help you shed away any unwanted cares or concerns. So learn to release with love and know that new spiritual growth will come to you when the time is right. So essentially what you do is you just need to go to the tree, say in your mind or out loud, I wish to connect with you. May I hug you, tree? You should receive an instantaneous answer, which may come as a word or a feeling. Trust this. So that's very, very direct. Like, hug a tree, yo. I'm going to do that today. That's the second time I've hugged a tree this month. Okay. Protect your dreams is the next one. So that'll just be back a little bit. This one's a bit harder because it's just like, I guess it's alphabetical order, so it's not that bad. You are the guardian of your precious dreams and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. So this one just says, allow your dreams to have strong foundations before revealing them to the world at large. While they are growing and still tender, it is important to cherish and protect them. It'd be wise not to reveal your dreams to anyone unless you fully trust them and hold your dreams dear to keep them as safe as you do. You are under no obligation to reveal your deepest wishes and dreams, even to those closest to you, until the time is right. We all have the right to protect our heartfelt dreams and wishes. Do so with positivity, trust, and love. You can ask the fairies to add an extra layer of protection to your dreams by saying, "Fairies, this is my dream. It is dear to me. Please help me protect till it comes to be." So these are very much like affirmations, like little rituals you can do with the fairies today. They're very, very, very helpful. And honestly, this next card is ask for help. So same color, very much saying angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. And the fairies say, now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. So I'm just going to leave it with that because I don't want this video to go too long. But yeah, ask for angelic assistance. I dare you. See what happens. If you did resonate, you know what to do. Leave a comment, like, also subscribe if you're new, and definitely, if you want to, if you made it to this point, then you may even be interested in a personal reading. You can check that out in the description, and I'll see you in another video. Long video today. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good one, everyone.